Carlton Coon. Today I want to talk about the long-standing issue of pastors as parents. Quite often pastors struggle with expectations by church members of both their spouse and their children. I think that many pastors' families struggle with what has been called the glass house syndrome. And I really think that in many instances, this is our own fault because pastors may well position their children for pressure that is undue and unnecessary. Your kids and your grandkids are just kids. They're normal kids with all the variances and behaviors of normal children. I have pastor friends who have adult children, unfortunately, in jail. Myriads are backslidden, quite often a long, long way from God. At the same time, dozens of others are in ministry. Some are in business. Many are doing quite well with their life. So the question becomes, how do we help our child? How do we help our grandchildren even to navigate this process? The first thing that I think is important is you need to build your children a life behind walls within the glass house. They need to know that there are confidential things within your home that you will respect. Don't tell all of their business, and for that matter, don't tell all of your own business to everybody that is out there. If they do something at school that does not go well and they end up suspended, why does that need to be put on the church gossip line? Why does it need to be told to anybody? If your sixth grader has not done well with geography and ended up with a poor grade on the report card, why does that need to be shared? So build a glass wall, protect your children. The second thing that I think is important is don't use your children, particularly your older ones, as positive or negative examples in your preaching or teaching. If you do choose to use them as an example, it's wise to get their permission to do so. Third thing, resist the pressure for your child to sing most of the lead parts or to have the key role in any drama. This creates a sense of entitlement for your child, and it also creates a jealousy that could well in instances be deserved. Be careful of that. Fourth, deal with your child as you would with any child who has a problem. There may be some times when your son or daughter does not need to be on the platform. If you would use some measure of church discipline and would sit down someone else's child, you have to do the same with your own. If you don't do so, it's going to diminish your credibility with the congregation. It's going to put your child under undue pressure, and your child realizes that dad plays favorites, and that's not wise. The final thing that I would add today is be gracious. I mean gracious in dealing with other people's children. This will come back to you. A friend's daughter in her early 20s became involved with a guy, and she became pregnant, had their baby. I asked my friend, how did the church body respond to your daughter's pregnancy when she wasn't married? He said, the church body responded to her and responded to us in the same way that they had seen me respond to their own child's mistakes and problems. My friend had always been a man of grace and kindness, aiming to restore rather than to further damage. His daughter received the same treatment. Pastor, in this, your children are going to be judged with the same measures of judgment that you mete out to others. You better be careful. You better be merciful. You better be gracious. And your objective as a pastor should always be to be redemptive and to restore people to a right place in the body of Christ. There's no doubt about it. There's great pressure on the Christian family. There's great pressure on the home of a pastor. Do your best to protect your children. Take some wise steps to do so. Have a great day in God.